Tatanko, when do you think the wall is going to come down? Uh,
I've been doing the math and they've changed the numbers. Like, I don't know if you noticed they changed the numbers
yes, I
a
saw
little bit.
the
Remap.
Foxes posted something. Gina posted they
Yeah.
reduced the difficulty because people were crying.
Yeah, well, and I was a little worried there. I did the math this morning and it was going to take us like 35 days to complete phase 1 or something, which I think was maybe a little longer than they had intended.
Yeah.
So perhaps it's for the best that they made some adjustments. But back to your original question, who do I think is going to be first? I'm
My
looking
question
at
is just how long do you think it's going to take? Not who
how
do you
long
think is
do
going to do it?
are we talking all 3 phases?
Just to get through phase 1. I didn't even realize there was phases until I was listening to the Snug Pod this morning.
So phase 1, I'm going to say 3 weeks, I bet. 3 weeks from the time it started. So we're already on like day 4.
Yeah. Funnily enough, Xbox EU was in the lead before we started this recording at 28%. And I laughed at that. I know Xbox on NA is pretty sleepy. I don't know where their percentage is at, but I know that whoever stream I was watching earlier, they mentioned how Xbox EU was in the lead at 28%. And I was like, okay.
I believe Finn was the one that predicted PlayStation EU would be the first, and they're in second place right now. So he can still be correct about that. I don't know. I didn't think PCNA being my home server. I didn't think we were gonna be first, but right now we're last, which
Really
doesn't feel good, but.
Well, I'm genuinely shocked because Xbox, for me at least, in my experience, feels so sleepy and so quiet on NA that it's great to hear that it's not at the bottom.
Is that your primary platform?
Yes.
Xbox? Okay.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, yep. PCNA is at 23%, and actually Xbox North America is at 24%. So
skin of her teeth.
Yeah. PCNA is firmly in last place. I did not see us being in last, but I will
Who do you think, when it's all said and done, who do you think will be last?
You know, I almost think PCNA deserves to be last because we talk the biggest game. Like we talk so much crap, and I think maybe we need to be knocked down a peg. So
that's fair. I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't be shocked if Xbox NA is the bottom. Like I said, for my experience, it's very quiet.
I do wonder how they're calibrated, because surely they're calibrated on population, right? Like they're not. There's no way they're even that way.
Yeah, I have heard a few people say that, and I agree that this makes sense, because you wouldn't want, if the population was half as many people, it's going to take them twice as long to do it. And that's assuming that you have that same number of active players actively pursuing it. So I think, yeah, it makes sense to be population based. But I don't think we've ever actually seen a breakdown of what the populations are. They talk about like their total numbers, but they never tell us how many in each. Nope. And that would be a curiosity for me to see.
Yeah, all we've got are anecdotal bits, like like you said about your guilds being not super active right now.
I mean, they might be now. I haven't logged in this week.
That's true. Monday evening, my friends list was like, it was popping.
Nice.
I haven't had that many people online in a long time. Not even during events. I mean, like, normal events, I guess I should say.
Of the wall event and the things that you've done, what's your impressions of phase 1? Like, do you think it's been good, or do you think there's growth?
I definitely feel like they maybe overhyped it a little bit, but I am still having fun with it. So I'm kind of approaching it like I would any other zone event.
Yeah.
So like we've had ones in the past where it's focused on like whatever the newest chapter is or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm kind of treating it just like any other zone event. And when you measure it by that yardstick, it's I feel like it's a lot closer to meeting expectations, I think. Versus like thinking of it as this special thing that's never happened before. I'm having fun with it, but it does feel like it's more like an older zone event, and that's okay. I have fun with those.
Mm-hmm.
I do what I want to do, and then I stop, and then I come back the next day, and
I think.
yeah.
In listening to the folks over the Snug Pod read the article that was released about it, it sounds like phase 2 is really where the fun's going to happen, because it sounds like
Okay.
there's going to be more involved. Already the fact that they've updated certain dungeons to have new worm cult bosses and stuff coming.
Yes.
So like
have you done any of that?
I've touched nothing since the wall started.
Right. Yeah. You said you've been rather busy since Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to give them credit there too. The stuff that's in the base game and the things that you can do without having the content pass are very impressive in my opinion. I don't think they're getting enough credit for that. I think
It
because
sounds
so
really
many
cool.
people have the content pass and they're not seeing those other things because they don't have to. But I don't think they're getting enough. I don't think they're enough talking about that enough.
I also found it interesting that you can specifically go to the island of Stirk to support the
Yes.
Stirk
Yep.
Fellowship. If you don't have the new stuff, you can still
Mhm.
craft things there and do quests there that directly impact the numbers. And like from a outwardly perspective view, like I feel like the balance that they've come up with for making sure that everyone can still be involved in this sounds like they did a really good job of coming up with different things to do. And realistically, this seems realistic. Any kind of war front, not everyone's going to the front lines. Not everyone can. Not everyone will. Right. So it's really interesting to see how you can be essentially, as they were joking on the Snug podcast, packing people's lunches for them before they go off to war. As you're doing the food crafting over the cooking fire.
There's even unique dialogue on Stirk. Like if you go those same characters that are present in both places, like Razumkar, and they have different dialogue on Stirk, and they'll tell you, like if you do the intro quest for the orc Squirto, if you do the intro quest for him, at one point they talk about, oh, we're building a watchtower, and he says, no, like let me stop you there before you even ask, like, why are we building a watchtower on Stirk? And he says something to the effect of like, what we're doing here is still important and it still needs to be protected and it's still contributing. Like he says that in the dialogue, which I think is, but you would never hear or see any of that if you don't go to Stirk.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So I feel like, even though I haven't participated, I think that it may not be as intense as some people wanted, or like other little things. I know someone else had commented like they were kind of felt lackluster in the quests at the wall locations, but I think it might just be a matter of getting through phase 1, because like we know from experience, everything that they do is usually to teach us about what they're going to hit us with next. Whether
Yeah,
that's in dungeons or with trials, there's always, hey, here's this little tidbit. Now take this and do way different things with it, but you have the basic understanding. Yay! So I think that same mentality may be part of these phases and the stringing of the story over time. So I'm even if I go and do this and I agree with everybody else, yeah, this is a little like whatever. I'm using this optimism to make myself look forward to what else is coming.
No, and I think I think there's been this like spiral of negativity lately too, where it feeds into itself. And I think the only way to break out of that is to find things to be happy about or things to be excited about. Quit focusing on the negative so much and appreciate what you're actually enjoying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, everybody's being a grumpy pants, but everybody's kind of being a grumpy pants lately. I'm just myself included. I'm totally guilty of that. I've been.
When I saw the post about them moving the goalpost, I was like, I had this little daydream moment in my head. So I was driving the work truck around the site, and I'm like, man, I'm so glad that for the last 10 years, everybody's, I want tougher overland content. I want things to be harder. I want something I got to work for. I don't want it to be done in less than in 3 days. Da, 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 da. Oh, man, this could take me longer than one sitting. I want to cry about it. Wah.
Yep.
They told you it was going to take a long time.
And there were people that had the Golden Pursuit done like an hour after the event started. It's like, can you just slow down and smell the flowers a little bit? Maybe just. Not everything has to be a grind, and not everything has to be done. Yeah.
The only reason I grind anything besides my salt and a pestle, is because I have ADHD and go, oh, crap, the deadline's coming. That's the only time I grind anything. I really want that thing at the end. Oh man, like that the anniversary house they gave away from the Golden Pursuits. I got it, but I wanted my daughter to have it because she's been getting into housing. So with her, we were down to 8 hours left in the Golden Pursuit.
Oh.
At like 11 o'clock at night, I'm like, "You're not going to bed. We're getting you this house." Because I wasn't going to get her up extra early in the morning and hope we got it in a couple hours, right?
You never know what's going to happen with maintenance or something like that, too.
Yeah.
So
thanks for coming on the show. I really appreciate having you on.
Thanks for having me.